Okay. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Actually, I need to go back. I need to go back. Here we go. Donate. There we go. They're taking money more than I'm making money. There you go. Just increase reputation. 1 million for the cause. 750,000 for the cause. If you were Federation, I'll give you. It's just lost. Okay. Let's go back.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Frameshift drive charging. Complete. Frameshift drive charging.
%. Man, at this rate, it's really slow. It's like 1% emission.
Alpha Lima, this port is under federal control. Submit to randomized security scans on approach.
Landing gear deployed.
Access granted. Make your way to landing pad number 07. Meters from touchdown. Docking confirmed. Securing ship. Good to have you, Commander.
Let's see what to pick up first. Okay. Gonna pick up 135, 135, 135. Let's take the 135 ones. Okay. And this one is coffee, which is this one, which is to Langsdorff mine. There we go here. Zaviti. Zaviti.
Detach confirmed. You may leave when ready.
Access corridor at any time.
Type 9 really is really huge.
Retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
I think I switched the Type 9 to Anaconda because Anaconda is more multi-role ship than a Type 9.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's how I thought about it the first time. And it's really heavy. I bought a Type 9 once. It's a very heavy ship. Very heavy ship. Probably gonna have to engineer it a lot. But you can carry a lot of cargo.
Escaping. Fuel scooping complete.
lot of times I feel the Python is a good multi-role ship, other than the Anaconda, because you can land on medium pads, and sometimes you can get 1 million credit for just carrying something point A to point B to a medium pad. Anaconda or Type 9, you cannot land on these small stations. It's something like the devs, they should upgrade those medium stations to have large landing pads.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
These small pads like this one, Langsdorff, small stations, they are very limited in terms of what they can offer. Some of them, they don't even offer fuel. So always when you do a ship, always make sure you have a fuel scoop. But if you're starting the game, it's going to be very difficult for you. The way I started the game is basically was really rough, because it's just I don't know anything about Elite Dangerous and how the game actually plays. So what I did is just see people on YouTube how they did it, and a lot of them, they start bounty hunting, which is a really good thing to start, but you have to be very careful with bounty hunting, especially on a small ship that you can start with. And I think it's very difficult to do so, but it's easy. It's time consuming, but it's easy to do. Oh, interdicted. Not interdicted while I would. It's a security force. That's interesting. I don't think you're gonna shoot me. Why did he interdict me? Anyways, he jumps away as well.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I don't know why I got interdicted by security force. I thought it was a pirate. Yeah, starting the game, they're gonna give you a Sidewinder. They're even gonna type on your parts up as loan parts. Devs enjoys this, I guess. But once you do bounty hunting, get a couple millions. You do trading missions, basically like these, but at the time that I started, like there was the Sothis, what's it called, the Sothis, and the other station, like 2 spaces. They were really famous in trading, because you can get like in one run 7 million, but you got to do a lot of jumps. So once you do these, and if there's, let's say, a community goal that you can actually do, there's the landing pad. Number 3, I think this is number 3. Once you do these missions, get like around 8 million or 10 million. With the community goal, 15 million. So like within, let's say, a couple of days, you're way flying an Asp Explorer, and you can start exploring. However, I don't know if now with the latest updates, I don't think we can do the same thing, which is really bad. Devs need to really rethink
Docking successful. Engines
how they
disengaged.
attract people to this game. It's a really good game, but I don't know what's with the mission rewards and all that kind of stuff. Because ships cost a lot of money. They do cost a lot of money. Like the Explorer is 7 million. In Ray Gateway, I think there's 10% there off. You probably can get it on 5 point something million. But still, it's an expensive ship. Well, of course, if you can get it to a Python, which is around 45 million, or an Anaconda over 150 million, then, you know, a newcomer when he sees like those ships takes a lot of credits to to earn. He doesn't know like he can do exploration. He doesn't know there's trading. He doesn't know there's reputation. So all these things, all these mechanics need to be explained a little bit better in this game. Like right now, I did a mission. You see, there's a superpower, which is Federation. You get allied with. It's because if you do missions with time, you get to allied. You get friendly with this group of people. You get friendly with this group of people. So, and as you get more reputation, you get more credit rewards. This is not explained in the game. This is explained by the community, which is something like they need to figure out a way to explain it. They have a couple tutorial videos in their YouTube channel, which is okay, but there's no narrative within this game. This is what this game lacks. It's text. You do a lot of reading. It doesn't it's not like other action games. Let's say for example you play Assassin's Creed. In Assassin's Creed, they like the first couple levels, they will give you a tutorial. Your character can move like this. Your character can jump. Your character can attack. And then they will introduce you to the skill tree and unlock new abilities and new skills. This is almost the same here because you got a ship, but there's a lot more details in here than any other game. Let's go to outfitting. Let's explain a little bit in outfitting, because there's a big chance two Pythons won't be the same. There are two ships, the same kind of class. They fly differently. And why will they fly differently from one another is because you're fitting. There's a lot of fitting. There's hard points, which is your weaponry. There is your utility mounts, which is, let's say I put shield boosters. Some other person will do something else. They will do an ECM, basically, or chaff launcher. There is the core internal. This is where it really affects your ship. Like the power plant, I got a 7C. Some people say, well, you need to upgrade. Let's see. Because the station is very limited in supply, so you cannot upgrade in here. Thrusters, they will be different from person to person. D is very lightweight. You can get an A one that's heavier, gives you more boost. It's up to you. How do you define your ship? This ship, I wanted to make it more multi-role. Right now, I'm doing trading missions. I'm carrying items from one point to one point. That's all I'm doing, for the most part. But of course, you need to have a high frame rate drive so you can get a higher jump range. See, these things need to be explained a little bit better. Community, they're doing an awesome job. I like the community of Elite Dangerous because they explain all these things easily. The game itself, they don't explain it that well, to be honest. Library is just the look of the ship, the colors, all that kind of stuff. So you got a Python, and it's you got tactical graphite, and these are microtransactions basically. These are something you're gonna buy, right? Microtransactions, and also the voice. These voice.
Greetings, Commander. This is Victor.
Greetings, Commander. This is Verity, your cockpit voices.
Greetings, Commander. This is Archer, your...
Greetings, Commander. This is Celeste, the cockpit voice assistant, also known as COVAS. Installed to provide systems information and...
French. Sounds French. Anyway, these are microtransactions, but they are cosmetic, so they don't play a big role in the game. Anyway, I'm trying to say each ship will handle differently from person to person depending on how he modify or outfit his ship, basically. So, yeah. And we're doing trading at the moment, and it's slow, man. One thing about this game also, you gotta be patient. You gotta play it and enjoy it for what it is. And I feel this is a curse in space games, basically. Because space games never implemented well. Well, from my perspective, from my experience with space games, which is, I would consider it very, very little experience, small experience. I played Freelancer back in the day, was a very good game. A lot of mods on this game for a space action adventure. Just you get to a ship, you do missions, but there was a narrative into this game, so there was a story. Now, Chris Roberts, who worked on that game, he's working on Star Citizen. He's been working on Star Citizen for really a long time. I don't know when this game's gonna finish, Star Citizen. Still in alpha for over years, man. I don't know, six years now. I cannot remember. But I was at college when I heard about Star Citizen. Now I've been working for 5 years. Yeah. So, and still alpha. So, but it's a really huge work what they do in Star Citizen. They're making an online game and also a single player campaign, a long single player campaign. I got Mark Hamill as the characters in there, so you're gonna see stars in this game. I see them in. You're gonna see them like A-list Hollywood stars in there. So yeah, games like this take time, I guess, to develop. This one is like the best in its class at the moment, in my opinion. There's EVE Online. I tried a couple times playing EVE Online, and EVE, it's not a bad game, and I used to pay money, for the service in order to play the game. And then switch to free to play, but they don't give you all the features. It's basically business-wise. The industry, business-wise, really changed in the last couple of years. Okay, people hate me for saying this, but you got a product. Your product will cost you to develop, let's say, a couple millions, right? Now you got to study this product and see how much from that product you're actually gonna go and sell. You know? So you gotta go study that. And if you have a really good product, let's say you're Activision, you're doing Call of Duty, everybody buys Call of Duty every year. Now let me tell you how silly it is at some point.
Frameshift drive charging.
Because Call of Duty they've been making a lot of money since, I don't know, for quite generations now, console generations and on PC. So you gotta be positive or sure that you're not gonna sell 1 million copies only on Call of Duty titles. You're gonna sell more than that. So you're gonna making games out of it. No matter, you know, yeah, development costs. It costs a lot of money to develop a game. I don't know how much, but that doesn't justify they implement, you know, loot boxes or
Fuel scooping complete.
those microtransactions. You know, this game is cost a fraction. It doesn't even cost $60. Elite Dangerous is really cheap on Steam right now. I don't know how much it is, but I think it's around $40. The game, the base game, and Horizon's expansion. So they gotta make money somewhere for the service of the server. They do it on microtransaction. It's cosmetics. It's not like something like a loot box or anything. And you want to get this color of the ship, for example, you buy it, and that's it. It's not like, okay, a chance. There's a chance for you to get that skin or that color. No, it is not like that. It's not like some other companies. They do this. They implement loot boxes. They implement, and they don't need to, because they're gonna sell the product by the end of the day. So they're gonna make money from selling the product. So, but what encouraged this to happen is gamers. Their perspective on games is not the same as before. In order to get a very good game, it should have a DLC. Well, it's not the case. I don't like what Spider-Man did. Like, it's a very good game, Spider-Man on PS4. It's a really good game. I just don't like the way they did it with the DLC. They say they announced the DLC before even the game is actually launched. This just tells me that they actually finished everything, and they say let's get this content for DLC. You know, let's make more money out of it. This is what I like and what I don't like in the gaming industry. They become very, very greedy. Ubisoft, for example, they'll sell you stash. Like it's a game based on loot, and they sell you stash.
Alpha Lima, federal flight control is now online. Follow sanctioned docking procedures within port
Stash
confines.
space. I mean, seriously?
Make your way to land.
Konami with Metal Gear Survive, you know, a save slot. They sell you a save slot for $10 just to create an extra character. And I was like, give me a break. You know, there are some practices from the gaming industry. It's just ridiculous, in my opinion.
Launching 1,000 meters from touchdown.
They should all take a page from Santa Monica Studio with God of War. God of War $60, but you really get a good content. And after that, they give you New Game Plus for free. And it's not just a New Game Plus mode, it's also extra items for free. You don't have to pay anything, just $60. I like the way the mentality, the way of thinking. Because Cory Balrock was in an interview with Kind of Funny Games, and he says like, "We wanted to give you everything, like the Orange Box." I don't know what. I think there's a game called the Orange Box that has a lot of content in there. He said, for 60 bucks, not the exact same quote, but he say, "Want you to say have everything for what you pay for. You know, we like you, we love your support as a gamer, for us as a developer to create something that we like to do. Therefore, we'll give you here, we'll give you the games, and that's it." I even posted that portion in my account on Instagram with Cory Balrock when he was in an interview with Kind of Funny Games. So a lot of companies they really need to take a note of Santa Monica Studios. You know. God of War, one of the best-selling games in 2018, and I think it's a very strong contender for Game of the Year. But Red Dead Redemption 2, they have something in there. But in my opinion, Red Dead Redemption 2 will go to microtransaction route. That's for sure. They'll do it. They did it in GTA. They're making a lot of money off of it. So it's not saying it's a bad game, but if I compare Red Dead Redemption 2 to God of War, not on the basis as exactly the same game, on the basis of, do you get good content on both games? Yes. Do you get really enjoyable gameplay experience in both games? I'm sure you will. I mean, what they showed in Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay, it showed really amazing stuff in the game. So I'm assuming it's gonna be a very good. It's gonna get to the title of the Game of the Year. You know, another strong contender for the Game of the Year. However, one of them will have microtransactions. The other will not. So as a value of money, I think God of War is better. And that's just my opinion.
Detach confirmed. You may leave when ready.
Landing gear retracted.
So this is something not a lot of developers think about these days. It's because us gamers, we are changed.
Frameshift drive
We
charging.
changed. Our perspective changed. Like I still remember back in the day, Ubisoft, which is the one nowadays selling Helix credits and Hacker Chest or whatever in Assassin's Creed.
4, 3,
I still remember playing the first Splinter Cell, and it was on the original Xbox. And the game as a content at the time, you probably gonna fish it about 7 hours. At the time, it was really good. It's a really good game. There's a good content out of it.
scoping.
So, and they even added 2 extra levels, which actually took them to development time, you know. And they put those extra levels for free. And that was the original Splinter Cell. They didn't ask money for it. If you bought the game, and once the level is actually out, it will tell you like, hey, there's an extra level to download, and then you just download it on your Xbox, and that's it. You don't have to pay for it. Now, I think something like this today, they say you can buy a gold edition or gold pass to get these extra content on a reduced price. I don't know if development costs really increase or not, but It doesn't justify what they do.
Drive charging.
That's just my opinion. But in the end, the decision up to the gamers themselves. Are they willing to buy gold edition or gold pass and all that kind of stuff? You know, why don't you just make it one edition? This is why I feel God of War is the game of the year, because they really stayed classic. One game, that's it. Probably, of course, we're gonna get God of War 2 and 3 to continue the story. But for 35 hours of gameplay,
Fuel scooping.
new game plus mode, and all that for $60. Great story, great voice acting, great graphics. You cannot ask more. You know, you cannot ask more. Take-Two Interactive, you know, with Rockstar, they will have a different kind of way of thinking. I'm sure their game will be awesome, great game, but I do not think they will not resort to microtransactions. They're always gonna go with microtransactions. This is a far station, man. 2 hours to reach there. Not 2 hours, but once we pick up speed, it will show you the relative time. It's far. It's far away. Okay. So yeah, how much? 29%. Yeah, so that's what developers do. I mean, not developers, I mean publishers of these games. Ubisoft, they develop and publish their own games. Rockstar with Take-Two, I think. Take-Two company. I wish they have better way of thinking, you know. And us gamers, we shouldn't go and follow these trends, because it's really, this is what makes the industry not to innovate. Like, for example, Fortnite or PUBG, they have their audience. I'm sure they have their audience. People like their games, but to me, I don't like these games. It just doesn't stand with me. But these guys, they'll make a lot of money due to, I think Fortnite has a lot of microtransactions. I haven't played it, but skins and all that kind of stuff. And gamers, go for it, you know. They buy those things, you know. Developers really need to think of their design and making a game. They don't have to think about money. Yeah, sure, you gotta get credit for your hard work, but don't be greedy. No matter how much development cost is. I think development cost should be a lot less than before, because engines do develop with time. Yes, you have to pay a license for it, but you can create your own engine if you're a big company. I think Ubisoft, they do have Anvil engine, and they have a modified version of Far Cry, Cry engine called Dunia engine, which is used in the Far Cry games. So yeah. So if you're a developer who had their own engines and all that kind of stuff, I mean, that's it. I played Far Cry 5 and I bought just the base game. I didn't buy the deluxe or gold or whatever. Wasn't interested in the DLC they had for the game. It's just one is around space. I think it's around Mars. The other one is around zombies or whatever, and there's another one around Vietnam War. So yeah, just not same as the base game basically. Yeah, it's good to see that there's actually variety in the game, but as an overall, I don't know. I think the base game's just is enough for me. But you know, from a $60 product to a $100 product, it's a $40 increase in price. You can get everything for $100, but it's up to you as a gamer to see what's more economical to you, not to what the developer says. Hey, this is the best deal. In the end, it's a business, and they're trying to make money out of it. You know. And there's the thing. In business, you have to have a good reputation, not to be greedy. EA, they need to get themselves out of the Star Wars issue that they did. I heard really good things about the game called A Way Out, which is published by EA. It doesn't have microtransaction, doesn't have all that kind of stuff. It's a really good single player game. It's actually not a single player, you have to play with your friend to get the maximum experience. I don't know if you can play it alone. I think two people need to play it at the same time. So that's A Way Out. So they did a very good job with this one, but in Star Wars Battlefront 2, they really got out to be greedy on it. And if people didn't talk about it, like the media outlets, like it's become really, really out there. The story of Star Wars Battlefront 2 was really out there with their microtransaction and loot boxes. GameSpot, IGN, even YouTubers talk about Star Wars Battlefront 2 online and their loot box situation, and really backfired. It really made the Belgian government issue laws about loot boxes. And America, they tried, you know. I think there was a senator from Hawaii. I think his name is Chris Lee, if I'm not mistaken. And he tried to pass a bill on loot boxes, and he tried to regulate it, but I don't think they reached to a really good conclusion. You know, all they reached to is just to write on the box something that there is some kind of microtransaction. Oh, so this is some kind of microtransaction in the game. So I think the new games that are going to come out, if you go and look back at the box, it's going to say something like you're going to expect to pay more money or something like this. Something to indicate there is a microtransaction in the game. That's what I think. I haven't bought a game recently, so I cannot tell you if this is actually implemented. And the games that I buy, usually they don't have. No. Most of the time I buy digitally, so buy from the store, PlayStation Network or Steam on PC. So. But I think with the new regulations, they have to indicate there is some kind of form of microtransactions in the games. So if people didn't talk about Battlefront 2, or if people didn't say anything about Battlefront 2, then people didn't actually mention the issue of microtransaction, I think EA will get away with it, you know. But because it became public, it became to the media, they launched a patch to disable microtransaction because people talk about it. But it has to be a big group of people. It has to be mainstream. If it's just one or two persons, yeah, it won't make a difference. You know, it just won't make a difference. But because a lot of people talked about the microtransaction in EA, it became a really a big public opinion, you know, about the industry and how they're actually approaching, you know, consumers. In my opinion, they should have not implemented such a thing. I mean, a Star Wars title will sell. It will sell if you really did a very good title without any microtransaction. They really think about it, it will sell. And there was this other studio they actually closed, which is called Visceral Studios, which is, you know, was under the umbrella of EA, which actually got closed because they were working on a single title story of Star Wars, like a single player title of Star Wars story. And they were planning to play that single player title. I was actually planning to get this title, but the title didn't make it, and the studio got closed. EA just shut this down, and this happens in a really kind of close relative time between this Star Wars Battlefront 2 issue and Visceral Games being shut down by EA. So EA reputation at the time is really low, and if you saw their E3 presentation, it's really bad. You know, I mean, this E3 2018, they transformed Command and Conquer, one of the best, I think, RTS games, to a mobile game with, why they do it in a mobile way, and it's really not, I mean, if you see that presentation, if you go and play, you know, Command and Conquer Generals, oh man, it's just night and day. I mean, it's really big difference. I don't know why they approach the industry it in a way that, like, say, you gotta make money from mobile games and that's it. No, if you are good in making games on consoles and PC, essentially today consoles and PCs are pretty close to each other. If you're really good in making single player games, go ahead and do it. That's why you see titles coming back and they're gonna sell. Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna come back again. Bethesda's currently working on it because Skyrim sold on every console, even on the Switch. You know, and Skyrim lasted like 2 generations. The first time I played it was on PlayStation 3, and then they make a remastered version on PS4, and they made a Switch version. So I got 3 copies of this game, basically, because it's a very good game. It's a good RPG game. If you got a good title, it will sell. Basically, it's not about microtransactions. It's about how do you increase sales. That's how the developer need to think. How to increase sales at the same time. Let's see. Enemy. Oh well, I'm almost done. I was gonna land.
Docking request granted.
Okay, number 3. Where are you? There's number 3. Where is number 3? There it is. Okay, slow down.
deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay. I think it's too late for the pirate now. On the station. Doing things here again. Good reputation. Empty. Back to bookmark. This terminal. Yeah, developers, and they need to think.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
They need to think about their product.
Frameshift drive charging.
Not the pirate. It's a Type 9. Type 9.
3, 2, 1.
Just one more delivery and that's it. Gonna call it off. It's a grind, I know. This is how the game is.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Mitnahaz. Mitnahaz. What's the name of the space? Mitnahaz.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Another pickup. 2 transactions. And we still gotta do the data delivery to client Diaquandary, right? Diaquandary. And on the cool Metco. You're almost here. So if you ask me, God of War, Spider-Man, I'll say God of War. God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm gonna say God of War. Because the value of money, not because in terms of game. Like those three games are different. Let's just slow down. Okay. Those games are different. Very different from one another.
DeLacy, Kilo Alpha Lima, FFC channel open. Submit a request if you wish to dock in this facility, Commander. Okay, Commander. Proceed to landing pad 20.
Landing gear deployed.
These games are different, so there's landing pad 20. It's right there.
Be aware of oncoming traffic in the access corridor. Observe minimum.
Because these games will offer different experiences.
Solid contact. You may disembark when ready. Welcome to the station, Commander.
But if I'm gonna compare between them to be game of the year, this game should offer everything from the box with a good value of money, you know. And I think so far God of War is the best out of these three. Okay, we got 135.
This starport will not allow such intolerable behavior.
And be cool. Well, there's a big chance Red Dead Redemption gonna win Game of the Year, basically. What they showed is amazing.
Clear of the landing pad. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
I'm sure they're gonna go with microtransaction. It will have microtransaction in this game. Because GTA had it, but on the online portion.
Landing gear retracted.
Red Dead Redemption, the first Red Dead Redemption. I can't remember if there was microtransaction in there. It's been a while since I played this one on PS3. Red Dead Redemption. I can't remember.
Drive charging.
It was a very good game. You know. But because GTA had this, you know, what's it called, lawn shard, whatever shard credit, then you got this. You got these credits that you can actually buy with real money in order to spend something online on it. So microtransaction really made GTA Online, I would say, thrive or boom in terms of their economic
Fuel scoping.
revenue. So it generated revenue for the company. It's a huge sun. Oh, two. Let's check this out. There's one. There's the other one. That's over there on the left. Anyway, let's
Frameshift
jump.
drive charging.
I don't want to go toward it. Jumping.
Fuel scooping.
I think we got a pirate this time. Just get some fuel. Yep, there he is. Robot hamster. He's back. Anaconda, goddamn. Anaconda's behind me. Oh boy, it's gonna be rough. Just run away.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, Anaconda, because okay, there's something also about Elite Dangerous. If there's a ship bigger than you and it's introduced to you and they try to get away and speed up, their mass will disrupt your cruise drive basically. So it won't charge as fast. So you have to create a distance. Once you go far away, you'll see this charge menu will speed up actually. Keep boosting. Yeah, it's charging a little faster now. There we go.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
That was dangerous. I think he's still around. Yeah. But we are speeding away from him. It's behind us in about 280, 290 light years and climbing up, which is really good since it's climbing up. The Python is faster. However, if he jumps on us, I don't think he will jump on us until we slow down next to the station. So it's going to be a while. Yeah, that distance is increasing, which is really good. And we are gaining speed, which is good. Need to reach that station. Sindel Enterprise. This one. As fast as possible. We are safe so far. We are safe. For now. That's why they call it Elite Dangerous. Thousand light years. from Robot Hamster. 166,000 light years from. Light seconds, it's not light years, light seconds. And still after this cargo, what are we carrying? Oh, you really need that oil, don't you? You really need that oil. It's an anaconda on a python. So far we are safe. So seven minutes to station. I think I need to do something different in terms of approaching the station. I need to orbit around it a little bit. And once I finish my orbit, I start to land. Still there, man. Robot Hamster. That station is far away, man. I should have asked. I wish there was a way to negotiate the reward on a system, on a mission. Because for this contract or transaction, you're only gonna get 1.8 million. And this robot hamster 135,000 credits. Not, you cannot sacrifice 1.8 million for 135 grand. It's ceramic alloy, rotation levels. I like how they put options in your reward, which is really good, but I don't like the amount of credits you're actually getting. Either they reduce the cost of fitting and ships, or increase rewards. Because you don't want the player just his first and foremost goal is to get millions of credits. No, it should be something that he enjoys doing, where he can get credits out of. Like trading, yeah, it's fun. Bounty hunting is really good. Exploration is really good, and I think it's very profitable. It's really time consuming, but this is a time consuming game, I guess. It's one of those games that you're going to spend a lot of hours. I've been playing it for how long? I think I've been playing it for 3 years now, maybe less, 2 years. One of my friends actually introduced me to this game, and it's a really good game. At the time I started playing, it was the version 2.1. I think it was the version of the game. He got me a free code of Elite Dangerous. I bought Horizons, and I enjoyed it. I like the level of detail to work on this game, but they have really strange decisions in terms of upgrading, doing things, just strange decisions, I think. So we are approaching the station. We're starting to slow down. This guy is starting to gain distance on us because the gravity of the planets is taking effect on our ship. So this guy is gonna gain speed, but he's gonna slow down as he approaches, the planets. And you actually need to slow down in the next couple of minutes. We need to slow down. What I'm gonna do is just gonna go ahead and orbit a little bit. Keep my eye on the distance of the station. That's not what I wanted to do. I just want to keep the station distance on my lower left corner and start orbit. Just spin around the station a little bit, rather than direct approach. I think he's still behind us. You probably think it's funny, I'm trying to lose this tail. Because we need to slow down, we're about 7 seconds away. Here we go, here he comes. Robot hamster. Judgment time.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, the good thing he's slow. It's a good advantage. Disadvantage is his size. It's really affecting our cruise capabilities. Take a look at his here he is. I'm gonna see him. Goodbye. Again. Robot hamster. He's really not letting go. These green ships, oh shit. Gonna get interdicted soon. There we go.
Docking request granted.
Number 3. I'm really speeding. Let's see, where is number 3? Oh shit. Here he is. Where is number 3? Where is number 3? Here it is.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
At least shot him down. I'm still here. Still here? What about a hamster? Well, it's too late, all about a hamster. I'm about to land.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, we made it. $1.8 million. And only 1% increase on the rank. I'm guessing 1%. Before we hand this in. 39%. And then this mission.
Incoming message.
Got an incoming message. And it says increase reputation to friendly with umbilical Gold Energy Corporation. So, and how about trading rank? Still 39%. Oh man. Should we wait till it refreshes? 1 minute 50 seconds. Do it refresh. Just wait a little bit. Check mission board. I'd like to finish the other missions. I'm going to take in other missions. Well, this is really good. It's almost 90 million for. Was almost 1 million for 90 minutes. Not too much, because we are good with this faction, so they give us better reward. Reputation does affect the game. They start to smile at you, but if you're not, you have really low reputation, they'll give you a different look. Like this guy is serious. Once you get too friendly, or they start to smile. Okay, you get updated now. 39%, that's it. No increase, not 1%. Updating now. Damn, this sucks. Got a couple more missions to do. I don't know how much trading missions I need to do. This elite rank really taking a lot of time. 39%. Oh well. Okay, that's it. 39%, that's it. Got to go. Oh boy. Okay, that's it, 39%. Just to figure out a way to increase the trading rank. And once you get to elite, you can get to Jameson Memorial, where there's all the ships actually in there, and they are like, I think they are 10 to 15% lower than anywhere else. Because I want to make it my home base to put all my ships in Jameson Memorial. Right now, I'm in Ray Gateway, Diag Laundry. All my ships are in there, so if you will go to the galaxy map, see Diag Laundry has this red symbol indicating there's a ship in there. And say ships, Asp, Explorer, Cobra, Anaconda, Diamond, Explorer, Vulture, Chieftain. So all these ships are actually in here, in this space. If you go into the space, it will show you it's actually in this station. Stored ships. So the plan is to increase trading rank to elite, since this is what I'm doing most of the time. You know, I don't do much exploring, I don't do combat a lot. So once I get that to increase from Tycoon to elite, then Then we'll actually can get to Jameson Memorial. Because you need to have a permit to enter that space, or it won't let you actually jump. Okay, so hopefully we get to that. Explorers, Rangers. I don't do CQC, just the CQC part of the game. It's like a shooter arcade. So that's it. That's all you're gonna do. It's gonna continue the same trend. You know, you do trading missions, you carry them from place to place, and hopefully this rank will increase with time. I was expecting at least a 1% increase, you know, for after 1.8 million profit. But we still need to do this Dark Water mission, and we still need to do this mineral oil mission. Okay, I'm I'm hoping to see this number increase, but I guess not yet. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a good day. I'm gonna close the stream.